Where were you going? You were going somewhere, but then he wanted to go at Dak.
Man, look, man. Just, do you what's the protocol?
What's that mean?
What's the thought process when they go into these meetings? It's probably on Monday or something, Tuesday. When they go into these meetings, nobody's going in there like the fans are, right? The fans will go in and be like, fire that MF right this second. I can say MF though, right?
Yeah, you got it.
You good. Fire MF right this second.
Diggs might say it.
Is there a process of, all right, Flus, fight for your life right now before we make this decision? Or is the decision made on the flight? And when we get off and get to the meetings, that's when we go, Flus, don't even get your stuff out your office. Beat it. But some people be like, hey, leave his aspirin in Carolina right now. Some people do that. So what's the order of operation for moving on from somebody? Or do you just hold on to your horses and he's an off-season fire?
In this organization,
he ain't getting fired.
He's not getting fired.
No, they didn't do it to Mike Nolan. So,
in this organization,
maybe we learned something from that though.
Probably
this organization isn't an organization
even maniacal 82-year-olds often learn life lessons real late.
For sure,
never.
That they don't like to pay people to be at home.
Yeah.
No.
They don't like that. They don't. No, despite what you may have done or not doing in this particular case, they don't want to pay you to be at the crib. So they just deal with you. They just deal with you for the rest of the year,
which is crazy.
Which is a wild
considering
approach.
how good your offense playing.
Well, you gotta understand, it takes a while with a new scheme. You gotta get to the scheme,
sure,
and then you have the players, but then with the scheme.
Yeah, but what about the tackling?
But what you're not hearing is that's in the scheme, because the scheme.
What about getting off blocks? Is that schematically?
Because of when you're learning to scheme, and then once you do that,
okay.
Then you move on to the next thing, which is once you scheme.
What about covering dudes?
So that's part of the scheme.
Okay.
And that's something that we're just getting a feel for right now.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And any day now,
we'll start covering, tackling, getting off blocks.
Oh, that's about to happen.
But even to that point though, Jeff, because I do agree with what you're saying. There is a threshold to understanding what you're saying. But if this was like the 19th best defense while they figuring it all out, you win like 2 more games. They need another number. You know how Jalen Hurts is like a quarterback accuracy right now. He's like 35th or something.
Yeah. 35th
out of 30. But it's some backups in there that kind of. Yeah. They need more numbers for how bad Flus and them operate right now.
Well, they could be the 33rd. They could just. That's what Bill Belichick said to Carolina.
Because the 32nd defense in the league has got to be a far cry away from the 31st.
Bill Belichick said North Carolina's the 33rd NFL team. So they can put them down there on the 33rd.
I'll take the 31st worst defense right now. And we'll win 2 more games with the 31st worst defense right now. Because you'll at least get 2 more stops with the 31st worst defense right now. We the 39th worst defense right now.
42, Jackie Robinson.
And look, there was somebody on social media. They was fussing with me. I was just talking to them.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, Voch, both these coaches looking goofy out here. You got to hold both of them accountable.
Who's the second one?
He's talking about Shotty. I can accept the idea that you may feel like Shotty had a series or a couple of plays where he got too cute. Mm-hmm. I can accept that. We game 6. We game 6 of Flus because of tying that throw it all off. You're game 6 of Eberflus being the 39th worst defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
39.
41. Dirk.
We break down a lot of film.
Yeah.
I respect this crew right here because we watch film. And man, when we watch that film, man, we go, hey man, Bryce Young looked this kind of way against these guys. Caleb Williams looked this kind of way. Russell Wilson looked that kind of way.
Yep.
Even Jalen Hurts, because he's terrible in 35th in quarterback accuracy, he looks a certain way.
Yeah.
Those things don't apply when they play the Cowboys. Nope. And the week after they play the Cowboys, they go right back to looking how we thought they was. Russell Wilson got benched the next week.
Yep.
Benched the next week. I ain't cussed. The next week.
No.
Flus got to go now. He got to go now. Sorensen, who is your teams coordinator, he don't do nothing else. He's just, hey Aubrey,
Get out there, kick.
That might be the greatest job to have right now.
It is.
Hey, Brian, that's all he does right now. He ain't doing
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Coach, I think it should be blue and cropper this week. That's all his job is. I don't think it's hurting nothing. Even if you shoddy and you want to be like Jason Garrett and let him hang around his office the last week and order some pizza and go late. Hey, Nick Sorensen, coordinator for the team's units, you calling plays this week. I'm not just going to chalk up the idea that the scheme is just so terrible because they run the same cover 3 Carolina run. Carolina run the same cover 3 that San Fran run. But it's like you're asking Kenneth Murray to get to the flats expeditiously with Bland 12 yards off the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 3.
Fourth and three.
Fourth and three.
On short yards down the distance.
Well, that goes to the second part of why this defense should be a lower number than 32nd in the National
We got him at
Football League.
46 right now. 46.
Because you're talking about Eberflus, correct?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Rightfully so.
Yes, sir.
But there also needs to be held to butts to the fire. They don't have enough good players.
So let me say this, Jesse. Jesse is correct. Jesse is 1,000% correct. When Rico Dowdle running through people's face, that's on players for sure. As the 39th worst defense in the league. But there's a glimmer of hope when the other team gives you an opportunity to do something cool.
Yeah.
For you to just take that opportunity by just not doing something goofy.
Right.
And we don't take advantage of that opportunity. So while Rico Dowdle's running down the middle of your face, if you Flus, you going, damn, boy, I don't have the players to stop Rico Dowdle from running down the middle of my face. But if I'm a good defense coordinator, the one thing I'm not going to do is put Dono and Kenneth Murray in space. And Rico goes off the field. And the first thing that you would do is put Dono and Kenneth Murray in space. That's the first thing Flus do. Yeah. Flus can't wait to put Dono and Kenneth Murray in space. Me and Jesse had a conversation, and pardon me if I'm taking this over, just let me know when it's time to go to break. Me and Jesse had a conversation. Jess was like, Voch, boy, they gonna talk about Shamar James getting all them tackles again. 17. Look at that tackles 9 yards down the field. And I was like, Jesse, at least he making them. Because Kenneth Murray get to his guy 9 yards down the field and just miss.
Yeah.
But if you Flus, at some point you got to go, hey, Murray, come off the field. Something different got to happen.
Yeah, but and this is not me cutting any bail for Eberflus.
Sure.
But there was a picture that he was sitting at the podium one time, and he had like that bitter beer face. Yeah. He doesn't have the answers because you're saying, okay, take Kenneth Murray off the field. Who up? Jack Sanborn? Maris Leofow? Like, who? There's no one else to put back out there in the field. Now, maybe you can go Marquise Bell in replacement of Donovan Wilson, but, you know, and we do a ton of talking about, man, the Cowboys should probably go trade for a pass rusher from another team. You might look at that linebacker. You might say, like, and then, you know, I'm. It was funny to me when
better be funny.
And I was halfway right, halfway wrong, 100%. Because when Rico said that you know, they need to buckle up, and then you had your best football player on defense,
Kenny Clark, probably.
Kenny Clark
maybe.
responds and he goes, you know, he ain't never played nobody like us, and I was like,
they ain't never played nobody like you.
I said,
just lit him up.
I said, damn, you must have forgot. You must still think you in Wisconsin. You must.
You
know who you're with?
I'm like, you should be in concussion protocol today. Like, you should have left that meeting. They should have buzzed the Cowboys and said, hey, we just saw on social media that Kenny Clark said this. Put that boy in the blue tent. They're like, well, this ain't Sunday. Get a blue tent at the facility. Put him in there because he got to be concussed. And the Cowboys, defensively, they don't have the defensive coordinator to do it, and they damn sure don't have the players to do it. This is going to end up being a colossal cluster mess of defensive epic proportion because Eberflus don't have the answers. Trayvon Diggs he's hurt. I don't care what anyone says. That man is hurt. Bland doesn't look healthy. Your linebackers don't know where to go or what to do when they get there, when they actually get it right. Your guys up front, the dudes you pay, Osa, they starting to say that your money looking funny in the light now. They starting to say that it's not Jesse saying that. I'm saying they starting to say that your money looking funny in the light. You're not producing to where you were supposed to be producing at before. You're not blocking anybody. They don't know whether to go Jay Toia or Mozzie Smith. They just keep flopping back and forth with that situation. This is getting to a point where it's it's going to get funny at a certain point in time. Like, because we're going to get to a point where we can't get disappointed or frustrated or mad or angry or anything. He's already there. Jeff's already there.
Number 1 offense and number 52 defense. This is
getting to that point right there.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.